Hey, good afternoon and welcome back. We are doing day 2 of our 3-part series on cash management and how to handle your SBA 7A proceeds for the payroll protection program. So yesterday we went through and talked about, okay, you have the funds, now what do you do with it? How do you spend it? How do we maximize the amount that can be forgiven? Today we're going to go through and do some cash projections and talk about how can we get your cash to last as long as possible. So you should be looking at your cash regularly, and at this time I would even suggest daily, but the cash projection can be done on a weekly basis. So what we want to start with is the balance in our bank account, and then from there we're going to look at any of the outstanding checks that we have, anything that hasn't cleared our bank that we've issued out there. Next, we're going to be making accounts receivable phone calls. So you're going to be constantly calling on people, making sure that you're getting payments that are due to you in the bank on time. With that, you're going to be able to get an expectation of what should be coming in for the following week. So whatever you called on, whatever that expectation is, you'll put that on your cash projection of money coming in for the next week. You'll look at all of your accounts payable items, your supplier invoices, your subcontractors, anything that's related to that accounts receivable coming in. You'll go ahead and subtract that back out because you'll be paying that as well to stay up with your payments. And now remember that we talked about yesterday, payroll, utilities, rent, and mortgage interest. Those are all coming out of your separate account that we set up for those SBA funds. So that's a big part of your overhead expenses. So we don't need to include those on our cash projections. We will want to make sure that we include any other overhead items as well as any minimal loan payments that are due. So we don't want to spend this time paying off debt and making maximum loan payments out or additional loan payments out. We just want to pay the minimum that is due at this point in time because we really want to hold on to that cash. So that equation is going to give us a really good idea about where our cash sits for the following week. And then, as I mentioned, you're going to be monitoring that daily. So every day you can go in, it shouldn't take very long, check your bank account, make sure that the items that you have projected coming in are coming in, the items that you had projecting going out are going out. If there's anything additional that you find needs to be paid, you change your projection at that time, make sure you have the money to handle it, and really be watching this, especially over the next 8 weeks while you're using your SBA funds on those items, payroll, utilities, rent, mortgage interest, and start to accumulate that cash and stack it up so that it can last you a long period of time. What we're going through right now is unknown. It will end. There will be an end to this, but we don't know how long. And for the construction industry, I really think we aren't going to see a true impact of this until much later than the rest of the industries. So I want to make sure that we're hanging on to that cash, that we're getting prepared for the time to come. So join us again tomorrow, and we'll talk a little bit more and have our final piece on cash management and handling the 7A SBA loan fund. So thank you.